What's up guys, I'm Chris and today you're watching a magic review on Fast Forward by Victor Sanz and Joao Miranda. Welcome to the channel and thanks for tuning in. If you haven't, please consider subscribing and giving this video a thumbs up. Also, any questions or comments, just put them in the comment section below and don't forget to ring the notification bell so you don't miss a video or a review. Additionally, any future products that I review, I am recommending that people go check out auctiontricks.com. The product might already be on there for auction or at a discounted rate, even brand new. And if you want a space to access all of my videos as well as any comments or discussion that's taken place for these products, check out Chris Edwards Magic Secret Access Group on Facebook. Alright, so Fast Forward by Victor Sanz. What is it? So this is essentially a celebrity prediction that incorporates the baby gag principle, but has a visual and very magical revelation. So what do you get? You are going to get everything in a package that looks like this. In there, you are going to get one envelope. Now this is gimmicked. It's also made out of a material, I don't think it's quite Tyvek, which is good because Tyvek doesn't look like paper close up, whereas this does. This does not look like it would be gimmicked in any way. On the envelope, you have a list of celebrity names, which they won't see at first, but they will see after they give you a number. So you're also going to get 3 different celebrity options with the basic version. The reason I say basic version is because I did see an email recently that Joao had sent out that now give you the option to order this customized. So that allows you to print any celebrity on one of these cards and be used with the gimmicked envelope. So the options that you're going to receive are Mr. Beast, Margot Robbie, and Tom Cruise. These have a fast forward button on the back, and I'll talk about that in a moment. So in presenting this, you have an envelope. You're going to tell somebody that inside the envelope, you've made a prediction. You have them give you any number between 1 and 10. After they give you that number, you turn around the envelope, which has a celebrity name corresponding to every number. You then say, wouldn't it be amazing if I had predicted that you would select, say they say number 6, we have Eminem right there. So you'd say, wouldn't that be amazing if inside I had predicted that you would select Eminem? They'll say yes. From there, you reach inside and you pull this out, right? So the classic baby gag. You say, oh, there's a picture of Eminem when he was 3 months old. So that gets a laugh. But then what happens is you notice that there is a fast forward button on the back. So you have them press the fast forward button. When you turn it around, it reveals the actual celebrity. I mean, Eminem isn't an option, but they would press this and then say they had selected Tom Cruise. You would turn that around and now the baby has magically transformed to a recent image or recognizable image of the celebrity that they selected. So what's the quality? The quality of this is amazing. Like, this is so well made that before I was doing this review, I was just getting everything together and I wasn't going to show. I removed any gimmicked pieces from, well, I'm not going to get much more into that, but like obviously there's gimmicks to this. Now I removed all of that for filming. And the reason being is even though this is extremely well made, and I've done this probably a dozen times now in the last couple weeks and never had anybody notice it because you don't. When I was getting things ready, I went to look at everything to make sure that I wasn't going to show anything on camera that may be picked up at close range or whatever. And I was like, oh, yeah, there's nothing on here. And then later I realized that there was. So even I couldn't tell for the longest time. Now, the precision and the quality and design of all of this is just phenomenal. The reason I didn't show it here in the review is because in the tutorial, Joao recommends doing this 2 meters away from somebody. Now, I think you're safe at 1 meter for sure. I've done this to people that were basically right in front of me, and there's really nothing to see. But if you want to play it safe, obviously have a little bit of distance, which is why I wasn't going to show it on camera, because the camera's about 2-3 feet away. And while I think it'd probably be fine, I don't want to expose anything. So that's the reason for that. Like I mentioned with quality, this isn't Tyvek. It does look like real paper, but from what I've seen in the videos and read, it's waterproof and tear resistant. So this should last an extremely long time. I haven't tested if this is waterproof or tear proof, but they say it is, so I will believe that. And then all the images are super high quality too. Anyway, quality is great. Materials, design, and then how it all functions is 100% perfect. Difficulty level and tutorial. The tutorial's short. It pretty much just goes over how to use this and whatnot, but you could be performing this within, well, minutes, but don't do that. Practice it for a little bit. With a little bit of practice, there's no reason that you can't be performing this the next day. But again, wait until you're comfortable and know that you've got it down before you do that. What I'm getting at is this is extremely easy to use. It's almost self-working. There is no sleights, and the things that you do have to do are all covered and very easily done. Angles. I don't think there are any angle restrictions with this because everything is very well camouflaged. Design is, everything's hidden, right? I wouldn't worry about angles. Like they mentioned in the tutorial, if somebody's looking at this like this far away from you for too long, they might see something. But honestly, if they're right in front of you and just at a glance, they're not going to notice any gimmicks or anything like that. But play it safe. Setup and reset. Basically, you're just going to have to decide which celebrity you want to reveal, and then the setup is like 2 seconds. It doesn't take long at all. There really is no reset because no matter what number they select, even if it's different the next time, there's no starting point that this has to be at, I guess, for lack of a better term. But reset takes like 2 seconds and you're pretty much ready to go right away for the next person or the next group. Can it be examined? Yes and no. This is where the heat's going to be, right? Because it changes from a baby to the celebrity. So this is the only place that there's going to be heat, I think. And they can examine this after. They'll see that it's just paper and it's just printed, right? It's not like a very thin screen that changes, and that might be the only thing that they want to check. So yeah, this can be examined. This can't be after it's been done. Just get rid of this, but I don't think there's going to be any heat on this. I think all the heat's going to be on the selected image, which is examinable. Pocket space. This is not something that you will fit in any pocket, so we're not going to go over that, but it's thin. Even with the picture in this, it doesn't get much thicker than that, so it packs flat. If you're somebody who performs like parlor or stage, you can do this close up, but you're not going to be able to carry it in a pocket. But it's easy to pack. Is this practical? Is it a worker? If you do shows, then absolutely, right? If you just perform for groups of people and you want to walk up to somebody and do this, absolutely. You don't have to be a worker by any means. This is great for anyone and everyone. But I think that this also works well with strolling or table hopping. Now, say you're in a room and you're doing a group here, and then there's a group here and a group over here. I would do it for this group, not this group, and then do it for that group. Only reason is because if you are revealing the same celebrity a number of times, if this group says 3 and then this group says 6 and it's the same celebrity, well, that kind of tips method a little bit. It doesn't make a lot of sense that the celebrity selected by this group can be at a different location or number by this group. So if you're performing this strolling or walk around, very much doable, but I would watch and keep some distance between the groups and tables that you perform this for. What's the price and is it worth your money? So this is $70. I do think it's worth it because first off, it's extremely well made. Second, it can play big, right? So if you're doing this parlor or stage, or for just a large group of people, right? They're not going to have any problem seeing this. So yeah, packs flat, plays big. And I think that this is going to last for a very long time as long as you take care of everything. Negatives. Usually I say positives and negatives, but I've already listed all the positives. Negatives, I don't think there are any. Because like I said, in the tutorial, they say don't perform this with somebody too close in front of you. Give it a couple meters. I don't think you have to do that. So I've performed it for people that were basically right in front of me. With that, some people may think $70 for what's included is a lot, but I don't feel that way. If you get this and you see how precise everything works to be as good as it is, including the materials that are used to make this, I think that you'll understand why it's $70 and feel like, yeah, okay, it makes sense. So there's more to it than just obviously a paper envelope and some pictures, but I think the thought that went into this definitely plays a big part in why this is worth the money, hands down for me. I've been performing something very similar to this for a long time at my stage shows. I've been doing Celebrity Smartass, which I think is also great. One of the nice things with the one that I have is that Tom Cruise is one of the revelations. So I can combine that if I want to. But ultimately, if you want to perform something like this, I think that this is a great, great version to pick up. I've seen a number of people who have picked this up and they're all extremely happy with it. So with that, I'll leave a link in the description where you can purchase this below. And I think that covers everything that I have on Fast Forward. So we'll see you at the next review.